Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 2. Here today we're going to be starting episode 3 of my Mortal Empire Steel and Faith Overhaul modded campaign as the Dark Elves. We are playing as Malekith himself. In today's episode, we're going to be declaring war upon the High Elves and launching the invasion against them. We've managed to, by some really good odds, we've managed to track down TYRION, the so-called heir of Anarion, and we're going to fight him here today at Vol's Anvil. Malekith has decided to invade the ring once more. I think this must be like our 4th or 5th attempt, historically, but this will be the last. In today's video, and hopefully over the next couple, we can take a huge chunk of the south, take the High Elf capital, and kill the Phoenix King. Funnily enough, TYRION isn't actually the Phoenix King, he's the military commander. The Phoenix King is, I can't remember his name, but he's off doing his study in this time period. Not much is really known about him, and he's not really put into the forefront in Total War Warhammer, especially. So, I've skipped a little bit ahead, simply because I wanted to have the invasion of the High Elves. So we're going to be declaring war upon them here today and taking the crucial and historically important city of Vol's Anvil. TYRION is currently a rank 15 commander. We have 2 full stacks pushing down. We have Malekith himself. He is now rank 19, and we're able to have his dragon mount. So we currently have our wizard here, our sorceress, since we've had from the start. We've also got a death hag now. We have 1 unit of black Nagaron guard, 2 units of witch elves, 2 units of black arc corsairs, 5 units of bleak swords, 1 unit of dark shard shields, and then just 3 without, 2 units of dark riders, and we have a war hydra. In my secondary army here with Vatrik, we have a Dark Fleet Master, 5 units of Bleak Swords. We've still got our Dreaded Spears from the beginning of the campaign. Dark Shards there, another War Hydra. We have some Harpies here as well, and our Cold One Chariots. So, skipped a little bit ahead, simply because it takes like 15 turns to get down here. The Sword of Cain is currently here. But yeah, so let's quickly recap where we are in our campaign and what sort of happened over the last 2. So we started off in humble beginnings here in Nagaron. In the first episode, we managed to take the entirety of the Iron Hills, eliminating the Skaven contingent in there. In the second episode, Helebron declared war upon me. We destroyed her full stack. We chased her back. After we destroyed her full stack, you saw like the balance of power. She was basically down and out for the count and couldn't really stand up to our sieges. So, after we defeated Helebron, there was only one other Dark Elf faction in the north, and it was Deadwood Fleet? What was it? It was something Deadwood. Anyway, we smashed them with ease, managing to take the entirety of the north for ourselves. There was no major battles, and the last elves that we did have up here, which we didn't destroy, were, where is she? We managed to confederate with. She's here somewhere. Yep, here she is. Galadriel, yeah. Where was it? It was Asherak, yeah. That's what she occupied. So we took the entirety of the north here now, and we've sailed on our merry way to declare war upon TYRION. So, in the south here, where the High Elves used to occupy, the Dark Elves, sorry, used to occupy the territory of the Clawed Coast, the Broken Land, Skaven have oh, they are just here. There is one left. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Shakara of Karondkar. Okay. So, diplomacy-wise, we currently have an alliance with Tretch Craventail. As, look, you know what? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. He's currently dealing with the High Elves here. Dark Elves, I keep on saying that. And he's got Beastmen and, like, Tomb Kings he's dealing with. So, even though he's Skaven, and we absolutely despise each other, and we've killed many Skaven in the mountain passes here, going after TYRION and the High Elves is my primary objective. So we've got 4 armies at the moment. We've got another one here, Galadriel, and we have another one here defending Nagaron itself. We've also got some quest battles as well, which we need to deal with. There's some really good bonuses, especially with this one here. We can get a +5 Untainted in local province, which allows us to fight Men of Chaos. I don't know why the army looks so small there. It's not on the battle map at all. And then there was another one here as well, fighting against lizardmen in the south, which also gives us some decent stats as well. So the main objective for this series is to consolidate ourselves, make ourselves strong in the north, and we need to declare war upon the High Elves. The Sword of Cain is currently with Analith Ananar, I reckon. Yeah, so what's sort of happening in the world at the moment? Who are sort of the major powers that I can see? The High Elves are currently ranked second. I'm not overly too concerned about the east. So Mazdamundi has a decent stronghold here in the center. Yeah, the Exiles of Nehek are currently ranked 9 with 6 provinces. And they're doing actually quite alright there. So where is Analith Anar? Yeah. He's currently here. Okay, well, I actually have a agent pushing further south because I'm curious to find my mother, Marathi. I think she's been destroyed in this campaign. And also Fellheart, if he's still alive. The Drowned of the Vampire Coast here, Darefin, has managed to take sizable territory, 9 settlements. Mostly off Fellheart, I would imagine. You can see with the amount of vampire corruption there. But regardless, we're going to start the battle against the High Elves here today, and we're going to have a massive, epic siege, I would imagine. Let's declare war upon TYRION here today. The battle between TYRION and Malekith has now started. We're going to continue it, and then we're going to be pushing upon the High Elf capital itself. If we can mortally wound the air, the potential claimant to the Phoenix King, will be laughing. I think, like, lore-wise, I know we're distantly related, Malekith and TYRION, but I think technically it's TYRION. So I am Tyrion's great uncle. I think that's how it is. So Clan Richter's here is moving about, an uneasy alliance. So let me know in the comments, guys, where you'd like me to expand and conquer for this series. But this is really make or break. If we can smash TYRION here today, then push upon the High Elf capital, we'll be laughing. I wanted to actually push against the capital first, before actually hitting like Vol's Anvil. However, him sitting inside recruiting is an opportunity not to be snuffed at. I'll put in the description below the mod if you guys like to download it and play along with me. So we've sailed all the way down here. It took like 15 bloody turns, which was a bit of a while, bit of an investment. I wanted to make sure my northern realm was secure, and we're going to be good. So we're going to be fighting against TYRION here today. He's going to have his trusty steed as a mount, and it's great to see that Malekith now has his dragon. So let's see what happens at the top of the turn. Alrighty, so let's have a look at this. So here I am outside. Holy shit. That's awesome. Oh, so okay, so I don't know why it does this. Does that, like, delay it? Well, I'm not entirely sure. But whoever is in here has the Sword of Cain, so we've got to watch out for that. We'll deal with unit points and settlement stuff eventually. So everyone here is now disembarked. Let's have the Siege of Vol's Anvil. So we're coming up against TYRION, of course, who has 1 unit of talons of tall, dual swords and bows. He's got some other talons here. Well, silver chevron archers here. 2 units of spearmen. Oh, good. So by the look of it, he has a lot of cavalry. I don't know if the cavalry is overly good for the High Elves. Their main bread and butter, which are really sort of overpowered. Well, I don't know if it's overpowered, it's probably accurate. The High Elves arguably have the best archers in Total War Warhammer, bar from the Wood Elves, potentially, so they don't actually own too much, which is good. The garrison has 4 units of spears, 5 units of archers, heavy arrowheads, and they also have an eagle bolt, and they've got some normal archers there. So we're obviously coming with our army, and we've got a spare banner here, minus leadership. We'll chuck that on the Hydra, and then we'll leave it at that. We've got reinforcements here, we've got some harpies as well. But let's get stuck right into the Siege of Vol's Anvil to hopefully take our first settlement of the High Elves here today. We can cause a catastrophic blow to their morale, taking Vol's Anvil, and if we can mortally wound TYRION, That would be perfect. The Battle of Vol's Anvil. Let's get stuck into it. Okay, guys, welcome to the battlefield. Alrighty, so we got 27% wins of magic out of potential 50. My rule of thumb of, it's situational, isn't it? You don't want to gamble if you don't have to, but if we go anything less than 25, I would be quite concerned. So I'm going to start the deployment on 27 there now. So let's get stuck right into the siege. So let's have a look at what we're working with. Man, look at the glorious white city, and it will all burn to the Witch King. So here he is on his mount. We've got some units we haven't seen here for the first time. So here is Malekith, the man, the myth, the legend, the rightful... Why has it gone and done that? The rightful heir... Why is it doing that? The rightful heir to the Phoenix throne. I don't know if he actually wants the Phoenix throne now. He did, obviously, in the past. I think he just sort of wants to destroy Tyrion and the High Elves and undo the Vortex. That dragon tamer managed to bind. Okay, so then we've got our cavalry here as well. Solid front line. Got our corsairs further down here, and then we have our Hydra as well. Now we're going to have to be careful with our Hydra due to the fact it's got incredibly low armor piercing. So a decent amount of archer shots probably going to wreck it. So I would like, you'd think like a beast would, you'd think it'd be able to knock down a wall. I don't think it's going to be able to. So I'm going to fall it back. Okay, so let's go with the battering ram straight on our left side. Let's allow Malekith to go in this side as well. Let's try and break up our swordsmen, say like this. And what we want you to do is basically double time and try and push up as best you can. We'll move our archers up here to drag some fire away as well. And we'll put my cavalry here and the Hydra. My reinforcements are coming just from behind as well, which is good. So I really want to focus on probably on this like right side here. And we'll move the Death Hag here as well. Okay, well, let's quickly start and pause. Make sure that all the orders go out for everyone. And start giving out the orders for our men to push up on the wall. So come on, lads, go, 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 Gadget. Be relentless, be ungiving, and let's destroy the High Elves here today. So let's maybe push you further this way. That's what I personally would like. Okay, let's push Malekith up here to deal with them, and let's move you here to drop some bombardments down. So dropping one on them would be perfect, and probably one... So like I dare say as well. Right, everyone, let's go for it. Make or break. So now they're getting their shots off here. The High Elves are fighting for their lives and their settlement. So we're getting some bombardment spells in here already, putting the pressure on them. Okay, good. Now we're pushing... I need to push Malekith in, ideally. Okay, so my battering ram's now pushing up. We're all now charging. Alright. Let's allow Malekith to actually fight against these archers here. And we'll move you further up slightly as well, the sorcerer. Okay, so what abilities do we have here? We've got a fireball, so let's use that. We're really going to be able to... Oh wow, you're actually smashing this unit already. So we're going to have to use Malekith in hand-to-hand combat here. We'll let his dragon do most of the work. Okay. Now let's just make sure everyone's going up onto the walls. The ladder's now been equipped there, because sometimes it does bug out in Warhammer, like you see here. They're sitting there getting shot at, which really, in this siege, we really can't afford. Okay, so my reinforcements are now come in. Let's deal with this then. So everyone here. Okay, so try and push you up like that. There's something in there. There's a Hydra in there. Okay, come on. We need to get everyone in here. Archers as well. We'll pull you into like this rank. So now with the reinforcements coming in, we need to divide this up a bit. We have our own cavalry here. We've got a Hydra as well. And we've also got some Harpies. Somehow getting them like down here. Like, what's that there? What's that actually? A chariot. Like mopping up that chariot. That would be something perfect like that. Alright. And then we'll get those reinforcing archers just there. Okay. Or maybe just push higher up. Okay, cavalry's here, fine. Hydras and stuff are here at the back as well. Once we get that gate open, I'll charge them through. It's going to take a little while. But everyone else go, come on. Right, that's now broken, which is fantastic. Let's try and push into something like this. Let's drop a bombardment spell into that. Where is my sorceress as well? So she's good here. So try and push everyone up onto the walls. How are we going casualties-wise? So we've lost around about 300, and they've lost around about 200 or so. Let's try and deal with this. So I want to try and push for objectives, but in saying that as well, we also want to try and kill as many of them as possible. So we're getting fucked here because they're not pushing up on the walls. I don't know why, but that's unfair. Fucking bullshit. Well, that's now breaking. Right, now we're up here. My harpies are now pushing down and over this. They're going to hit routing units here, which is probably not a bad shout. The whole point is the flank. So go into these guys that we're routing. Okay, so how far are these reinforcements away? So essentially, try and grab them all. And like to say, get up and over the walls. Okay. Just like you don't watch one point and they bloody start routing on you. Alright, push lads, push up and over the walls properly. Okay, the battering ram's now here, but it looks like the gate's been glitched already. And it looks like our battering ram's actually been destroyed. Yeah. Oh no, we have it under our control. We have the gateway. By the look of it. Right, perfect. Let's send the war hydras in. And the cavalry. Okay, how's Malekith's strength going here? That's alright. Try and bombard into this. What about my sorcerer here? We've got some fireballs with you. Where is the sorcerer? Here. Okay. So I'm sending through the Dark Elf cavalry through the breach here. And the war hydras are coming behind in support. Okay, so what do we have not actually in here actively fighting? The bolts. That's alright. Alright, everyone needs to be up here at least picking a target and fighting something. How are we going casualties-wise now? 600 there, okay. So they did their work in mopping up those reinforcements. They didn't do much of a work on this, though. Right, so try and push down into here. It's a little bit hard to see what the fuck is actually going on. But we're doing alright. It's really like pushing up into that. So TYRION is actually on this side. So we're going to have to keep an eye on him. But he looks like he's got cavalry heavily stacked around him. Okay, Malekith's strength is actually doing alright. Which is good. So we're fighting quite well on the walls here. Malekith is doing his thing. Putting the pain on the elves. So let's try and drop some of our abilities here. Okay, so we're now flooding through the gate, so I'd imagine. My cavalry's actually in here now, which is perfect. So what do they actually got up here? They actually have their own cavalry. Okay. I know my guys are lighter, but we might be able to do some damage. Like on this left side more so. And basically just send everything up that way. Alright, that's gonna break there. Like we might rip those archers apart. I think I would imagine, yeah, there's a chariot unit there. Right, the Hydra's coming in here now. So maybe pull the Hydra like that way. Okay, how's Malekith going here? Drop it into this. Alright, come down here then. Alright, push the Hydra up this way. They're going to break. Okay, we're going to need more reinforcements up here. Alright, try and cluster this way. So we're getting our boosts here now. So who are you? What are you doing here? That's my sorceress. So where are you and where are you? You guys can actually be in here. You're actually proper melee heroes. So maybe just like try and target him or something. Okay, so let's try and move my archers in here now. Because I would say it's probably clear to come in. So you can move here. And we don't have this gateway under our control. So try and push here then. It's just a bit bloody difficult. Just get in here. Okay, Malekith's strength is still relatively good. Okay, we're still trying to claw everyone up here. Come on, get up here. Get up. I know we're getting bottlenecked a bit, but that's alright. Okay, they're now routing. Okay, what's actually happening here in the center? Where are the Hydras? There's one here. Where's the secondary one? It's fighting there. As long as it's got support, like I'm not overly too fussed at allowing the Hydras to sort of do their thing. Okay, they're fighting their Phoenix Guard here now. So we've got Murderous Prowess activated, which is really good. Okay, Tyrion's not putting the pound down on someone here. Alright, let's try and target this guy here then Noble. But we've actually surrounded quite well. He's now properly routing. If we do make a push against Tyrion, it needs to be a good one. Okay, we're pushing for their noble cavalry in the center. My Hydra's up here. Come on, push, push, push. Now the Hydra's surrounded. We can't afford that. So you need to push the back tier units, and then we'll allow you to hit this. Okay, so we'll chuck up the additional... We'll just push everyone up this way, actually. You're doing quite well pushing up that way. Looks like Tyrion's actually going to try and pull out from that anyway. Alright. Let's try and get these archers in. Where we can. Right, so who's hanging around here? If you're a sword unit, you need to be down. Okay, so we've taken the walls, which is perfect. So try and kill them where we can. Okay, so where's the other Hydra here? Other Hydra needs to be up there. Throw these additional swordsmen here. Okay, is there some bomb? Yeah, chuck a bombardment there. Bring it down from the heavens. Oh, more so missed it than anything. Oh, we got a couple of them. It's alright. Okay, so really, we can push these guys off the walls now and try and chase down some of the others. So who actually is holding here? Just some of their cavalry. Okay. So my archers can sort of sit here for the time being, along with them. I don't think my bolt throwers are going to be any use in this, particularly. We can move you in here now. Focus on them. Right, push. Try and get rid of those swordsmen. Malekith is going down here himself, which is not what you want. Even though he probably can handle himself against a bunch of routing archers. The problem is if Tyrion comes back, and Tyrion's actually holding his center. So come on, get off the walls, guys, and push this way. We're still dealing with this quite well. Let's allow my archers to personally target Tyrion now. We need to reduce his armor. So come on, guys. Push this way. If he's just going to sit there. Come on. We need to break this officially. We need some more swordsmen or something here. The sorceress can come up here as well. That's not a bad shout. Try and hit these back tier units. Because we've got swordsmen here. Which are just sort of chilling. Okay. So come down here and help. Allow those swordsmen there. We'll try and bring the pain on a flank this way. Okay, so the Witch King's actually in. And my archers are now actually hitting Tyrion. Riddling. Oh my god. The so-called heir of an Aryan. With arrows. Kill him! Bring him down! Oh my god. The White City's in ruins. Our Hydra's pushing out of formation there. Needs to be higher up.
Slaughter them!
Okay, right, so we've got some guys hanging here. Right, push for the center then. Oh god, these guys need to be massively flanking. Like get down there. If you guys can get to the center, we've got them. Okay, so Tyrion's in the thick of it now, I would imagine. Okay, I want to try and send Malekith in. But in saying that, I kind of don't at the same time, because the last time I did that against bloody Helebron, we had problems. But maybe sending some of the other heroes in to help might be not a bad shout. Alright, I've nearly got the town square under our control as well. How well are my Hydra doing? They're at half health. Okay, so maybe they can target Tyrion. Okay, so what other spells do we have here? Chill Wind. Yeah, let's chuck Chill Wind down into it. Okay, so what's left here now? I think it's only Tyrion himself that's somehow managing to hold. So focus on Tyrion then. I'm going to get my archers to now halt and turn off fire at will. And now I'm going to get the Witch King to descend. If he can. Blood, carnage, and chaos. Come on, kill Tyrion. Bring him down, bring him down, bring him down. Blood, gore. And abomination. That was a good charge coming in there. Holy crap. We can't actually see him. Right, my Hydra's knackered, so you can come back here now. Victory! We have victory. Right, completely annihilate him. Like, the more damage you can do on him, the better. Right. Oh, God. He escaped somewhat, but it's okay, it's a siege. So, victory. So, obviously, in Total War Attila, you can't kill heroes permanently. They just get mortally wounded. However, if you kill them like 2-3 times, they get really bad scarred traits and whatnot. So we deployed 1,404, losing 688 with Malekith's army. Voltric deployed 1,465 and lost 293. So apparently it's a close victory, but overall I actually don't think it was too bad, to be honest. So we lost around about, I'd be generous and round that up to 1,000. And Tyrion deployed 829, 1,104. So they deployed about 2,000. So we lost about half of what the enemy deploy. The rule of thumb for Total War I've always used is, as long as you don't lose more than half of what the enemy deploy, it's an okay battle. So we will pretty much bang on par for that. If you lose more casualties, it's bad. If you lose less casualties. However, you've got to take into account a lot of things here. First of all, it's an offensive siege. So just already, you're going to lose mass casualties just due to the fact that there's arrow towers, and arrow towers are basically like machine guns in this game, in all Total Wars. We're not fighting a defensive. And also, we're still fighting with somewhat Tier 1 units. Tier 2 slightly with the shields here, but my reinforcements, which probably took a lot of casualties as well, not overly, but they still took some. They were just normal spear units I've had from the beginning of the campaign. So overall, let's have a look at his units here. So most of the ones that put the damage on me were their heavier axemen there. Oh, their archers should have done a lot better. Their cavalry. Okay. But if they had proper archers, like they had a bunch of them, I would love to see what the garrison actually inflicted on me, to be perfectly honest. But we won't know. So Malekith 197. What did most of the work? The Hydra there, 95. The Dark Corsairs did alright as well, 96, 44. 0, supposedly. I guess they were the ones that were standing there and got wiped. My archers didn't do overly well. But the thing is, right, as long as you don't lose the entirety of some units, we'll be fine with automatic replenishment. Okay, guys, welcome to the campaign map. So, we've wiped out Tyrion's army. We've managed to receive 8,400, which is massive. We received an enchanted item there. I don't know if it was off Tyrion's bloody body. But, okay, so we lost one entire unit of Dark Riders. That's fine. Did we? Okay. The portrait was a little bit great. Yeah, one unit. And they're like the cheapest cavalry we can get. Good. Let's win that there. So we've got a couple options here. We can liberate Calador. We can raise. We can sack. we can loot and occupy. Minus province instability. Yeah, I'm going to loot and occupy Vol's Anvil because this is going to be my main operation. So we've got the Terrifying Mask of Gi. Never look upon terrifying masks. So we managed to cause fear and more cause terror. And we've received another trait here. So let's have a look at Malekith himself. But he stuttered there on me. Okay. So, where's that mask? Okay, we'll go back into Malekith. I wanted to quickly do a quick save and a hard save, just due to the fact of that was a really good battle, and I wouldn't want to auto-resolve it now. Eternal Hatred, Ward of Cain, Missile Resistance, Sadistic, Armor-piercing damage. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so let's go back to his magical items. We've got the Ruby Ring, which is Firebound. I don't know if that's overly still good. We've got Heart Seeker. We probably could switch out most of these if we wanted to get some better ones. Heart Seeker's not too bad. Charge. Armor Piercing. Armor. The Enchanted Seal, 3, 5, 6. Ward Strength. The Fire Resistance. So it'd be this one, wouldn't it? The Channeling Staff. Bound. Yeah, well, I think that that Fear Mask is actually quite alright. Causes fear, causes terror. It makes those units rout. Crafted ability to use 2 potions of toughness. We're better off using that, actually, to be perfectly honest. And we've got the following banners here. Yeah, I really should min-max sort of this stuff off camera. Oh well, I was just sort of reading the stats and stuff. So we're taking Vol's Anvil here. We're going to repair the city where we can. Dark Elf Residence. I was actually curious to see what we could actually use. Within this, we can use the mining iron pit. No. I'm going to go with something that's going to give me better defense. And we can get Dark Shards in like 1 turn. Dread Spears, Dark Shards. What are we better off to recruit? Probably Dark Shards. And also provides a province garrison. Okay, so now we can actually see a lot easier. So what we're going to have to do now is sit back, relax, try and consolidate up a bit. Okay, so let's try and get that cavalry back on track. So we only lost 1 unit. So to take the entirety of Calador, we have to move up to Tor here. We've got White Peak further north. There's a full stack here with Alistair the White Lion.
I will not.
And, oh, does Alistair the White Lion have the Sword of Cain? The murderous god of the High Elves. Well, the elves, I guess. No. Okay, my Death Hag's gone up in staff. I want to try and get this. The Cauldron of Blood. Eventually, but let's go with this for the time being. Max that out. Leadership. Let's go with that as well. Okay, we've got a settlement which we can upgrade in the north. We've got a shit ton of money now. So I guess we'll try and upgrade where we can, especially in our major provinces. Let's try and do it where we can. So we have well over 1 point. Also, okay, slave. Oh, yeah, you. Okay. Oh, well, I didn't even realize this. We had Hakon, praise. Charge bonus 25%, income from sacking and looting as well. That's why we got an absurd amount. Oh, alright. Anyway, guys, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching episode 3 of my Dark Elf Malekith series. We've managed to take Vol's Anvil and destroy TYRION, so we're going to be probably pushing against Lothern in the next episode, I would imagine, and try and put the pound against the High Elves. Not really too much else is going to be going back in the north. I'm going to have to keep the eye on my loyalty for most of my characters, but we'll try and take as much High Elf territory on the outer and inner circle, and we'll try and get ourselves the Sword of Cain, whoever wields the mighty sword. Well, TYRION doesn't, so it's going to be interesting to see who does. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more Warhammer on the channel. Goodbye. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.